picture this. You're sitting there feeling like your relationship is missing something. But what if the answer was simpler than you think? Stick around and we're going to explore the 5 love languages that could literally change everything. I can't tell you how many times I talk to people that say, if I could just meet a woman who is super hot or a guy that's rich, guess what? It doesn't work. It doesn't satisfy and it doesn't last. Think of the list of people that have success, fame, popularity, money. Brad Pitt, Johnny Depp, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Tom Brady, Lance Armstrong, Elizabeth Taylor, Jennifer Lopez, Reese Witherspoon, Gwyneth Paltrow, Britney Spears, Princess Diana, Marilyn Monroe. The list goes on and on. So if you think just needing someone who is famous or rich or athletic or powerful or beautiful or handsome is going to solve the problem, you're in for a big surprise. Over 50% of marriages end in divorce. And I know there are other factors that play into the relationship, which we'll be talking about a lot of those in other videos. But I guarantee you, one of the biggest factors is the love language was not genuinely met by these people. This book is absolutely incredible, guys. It's by Gary Chapman. It's called The 5 Love Languages. We're going to hit some key points and key information from the book and just about love languages in general. But if you really want to dive in and get all the details, I highly encourage you to buy this book. It is an awesome read. Okay, I'm going to tell you a true story. It's a story about this guy who was married for many years to a woman that had really no interest in meeting his primary love language. His primary love language was words of affirmation. He was constantly looking for validation or encouragement in his life, and he would constantly, for the first several years of his marriage, go to his wife and ask her, beg her, plead her, hey, can you encourage me? Can you say anything that's positive to encourage me in my dreams, my goals, my life, my personality, anything? For several years, he tried over and over to get her to do that. And it would just go in one ear and out the other. And there was just no interest. Eventually, what happened to that marriage is the marriage just became a death knell, where it was almost like they were roommates. They got along, they lived together, they paid their bills, they did what they had to do, but there was no sex, no love, no hugging, no kissing, no compassion, no encouragement. He told me that he would still try to encourage her in her life and encourage her in her dreams and her goals and things of that nature, but basically the marriage was lifeless. Guys, that is so sad. But there are marriages like that all over the place, millions of them. It's why the divorce rate is so high. People just don't care. So my prayer and my hope is that the people that are watching this, they will understand, they will learn their love languages, learn the love language of their significant other, and then start doing something about it to change the dynamic of their relationship. Because if not, it's just going to slowly turn into a grave. So please, keep watching, guys, and just pick up what you can, and I hope it's life-changing. Some of you out there might be thinking, I've been dating my boyfriend or girlfriend, and we're fine. I hope that you are, but most of you are truly not. Psychologists tell us that the first 1 to 2 years most people are dating, it's a phase. It's like a state of euphoria. You're constantly telling yourself, oh my gosh, I love this person so much. You think about the person constantly. You dream about them. You can't work. You're in that romantic phase where you're writing poetry and sending flowers and doing things that maybe you might not do down the road, which is not good. Then you get married, and that euphoria wears off, and real life hits. health issues happen, financial struggles happen. You get older, you don't have that same youthful body you had when you were in your 20s and 30s. You grow, you mature, new goals, new dreams form. And because your love language is not being met, you grow apart slowly, month by month, year by year, and eventually it just leads to divorce. It's sad, but that's the reality of what is happening in cultures all over the world. Imagine you speak English, but you're telling a person who speaks only Chinese that you love them. You can't use your hands, you can't hug them, it's just verbal. You've got to tell them that you love them, but you can only do it in English. But they can only understand Chinese. Do you think they're going to truly understand that you love them if you can't speak their language? Of course not. If your significant other's primary love language is physical touch, but yet you're constantly going up to them, telling them how much you appreciate them, how much you think that their character, their integrity is so incredible, and that you love the way they handle themselves, and they're so disciplined, and you're constantly complimenting and sharing things about their character, their personality, things that they do. You're feeding words of affirmation to them. But their primary love language is physical touch. Do you think that they are going to truly feel seen and loved? Absolutely not. In your mind, you're thinking, holy cow, I'm doing everything I can to encourage this person and love on them and just make them feel like they're special. I'm saying all these things to them. But guys, you're speaking a foreign language. It's like me trying to tell the person who speaks Chinese that I love them in English. You have to find out what that person speaks, what their love language is, so that they can truly understand it. Don't forget, the greatest desire in this life is the desire to love and be loved. A person will travel the entire world to find true love. It's that deeply ingrained in our DNA. And if you don't meet your significant other's love language, you will eventually drift apart and most likely get a divorce. I'm just telling you, facts are facts. There are 5 primary love languages. So what are they? Number 1, words of affirmation. Kind, humble words. Think what you would like your significant other to say to you. What words would you want to hear from them? Proverbs 18:21 tells us, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. For the person whose love language is words of affirmation, this verse is spot on. It hits to the very core of who that person is. If you don't give that person what they need, you will feed them death. Your relationship will die. And remember this, guys, gals, your words must be genuine. A person can tell fake from a mile away. So let me give you some examples of words of affirmation. Wow, you look incredible in that shirt. Wow, that dress looks amazing on you. I love the way your eyes look. I can really see compassion when I look into them. Thank you so much for cleaning the kitchen. It takes away some of the stress so I don't have to worry about it. Honey, you are the best. The dinner you made was incredible. I love the seasoning you put on the chicken. What is that? Your smile is so contagious. You make me laugh just by seeing you smile. I never met someone who displayed such incredible integrity. I am so glad God brought you into my life. You can speak life to people about something they did, their character, their looks, etc. It's easy to find things to feed life to them every day. And this is an easy love language to fulfill. So if your spouse has it, then you've got it made. because it's easy to find things to compliment. Number 2, love language, quality time. Giving someone your undivided attention. And no, guys, I'm not talking about sitting on the sofa watching a movie. That's not quality time. That's more your time and hanging out and relaxing. So what this is really referring to is listening to them, making eye contact, being truly present with them emotionally, mentally, physically. Let me give you some examples. Planning a weekend getaway where you're spending time with that person, meeting her at a restaurant for lunch and finding out about her day, or talking to her about something she cares deeply about, talking to her about the kids, sharing details of the kids' lives or goals, taking a walk in the park, again, talking to her about thoughts, dreams, goals, hobbies, likes, taking a vacation with the family, giving her 30 minutes of undivided attention when she gets home from work to find out about her day. Observe her body language. Don't interrupt her. Maintain eye contact when she's talking. And again, be present. Don't be on your phone. Don't be watching TV. Focus on her. That's quality time. Love language number 3, gifts. Whew, this is a tough one. I don't know if I would want my significant other to have this love language because it means a lot of ching, 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 ching. You can do gifts that are not expensive. Forgive me for my brevity there. Make a list of gifts your partner has expressed interest in over the years, things she has commented on when out and about. And if you're not sure, get the help of her best friend or her family member. And don't forget her love language is gifts. It doesn't have to be expensive. Anything you do will light her up. It could be something you made for her or something inexpensive. Any gift is going to give her satisfaction. Examples: a handwritten letter or journal, a framed photo of a special memory, a custom mug with an inside joke, a personalized keychain, a scrapbook, or a shared experience, a favorite book with a note written inside, something personal that you made, a personalized Bible, a devotional book, a cross necklace or bracelet, Christian wall art, a prayer journal, tickets to a Christian concert or event, tickets to a movie concert or sporting event, a planned day trip, a cooking class or workshop, a museum membership, a gift certificate for a favorite activity, small thinking of you gifts, their favorite candy or snack, fresh flowers, a favorite coffee or tea, a candle and a scent they love, a small plush animal, a surprise gift card. These are all different things that you can do just to spark your imagination. Love language number 4, acts of service. It means that a person feels loved and appreciated when others do helpful things for them, especially things that make their life easier or reduce the stress. So examples: doing chores, dishes, laundry, dusting, things she or he normally does around the house, but you're going to do it for her. And I'm not talking about your chores, things that other person does. Picking up the groceries for her, filling her car with gas, watching the kids, fixing something you promised you would do, cooking her dinner so she doesn't have to worry about cooking. These are just examples, and you can flip the page to a guy and things the guy does and the female doing those things for him. But the bottom line is, these are examples of what you can do to fulfill that love language. Love language number 5, physical touch. And guys, I know this is a big one for guys. A lot of guys have physical touch as their love language, but it's not guaranteed that physical touch is your primary love language. For example, it could be a secondary love language, or maybe not a love language at all, but because you like sex, you automatically assume that this is your love language. So guys, don't assume just because you like having sex, that's a biological need that drives us, that moves us as men, testosterone moving in our systems. But that doesn't mean it's your love language. So be careful that you don't think it is when it's really not. Things that you need to ask yourself. Think about what makes you feel most loved when your wife does it, or when your spouse or your significant other does it. Somebody that has the physical touch love language is looking for things like hugs, holding hands, putting an arm around someone's shoulder, sitting close together on the couch, your legs are touching, a gentle touch on the arm while you're talking, holding someone during a difficult moment or a struggle they're going through, cuddling while watching a movie, kissing, holding hands during a walk, snuggling before falling asleep, dancing together, a greeting hug or goodbye kiss, a pat on the back, a high five, linking arms while walking. These are all examples of things that you can do if you know that physical touch is your love language or your spouse's love language. These are things that can be done. So now that we know the 5 love languages, how do we figure out what my love language is and my spouse's love language is? So there's 3 questions you can ask yourself as you try to analyze and figure this all out. 1, what does your significant other do or fail to do, actions or attitudes, that you feel stresses you or brings you pain? For example, if you are a person whose love language is words of affirmation and you are never receiving words of affirmation, encouragement, words that make you feel good about yourself, your character, something you did, you're never getting that from your spouse and it bothers you, it stresses you, it's something you think about a lot, then there's a good chance that's your primary love language. Second thing that you can ask yourself to figure it out: what do you constantly request your significant other to do? So if you're asking for physical touch, if you're asking for gifts, if you're asking for words of affirmation, if you're asking for things, then you can determine by that, this is what is tugging at your heart, this is what's moving you. So this is a good chance that it's your primary love language. And lastly, how do you express your love to your significant other? Basically, what our love language is, we have a tendency to do that with the person that's in our life. We think that if we love them the way we get love, that they'll understand love too. So if my primary love language is, say, words of affirmation, and I'm constantly giving my spouse words of encouragement and uplifting her character and talking about how amazing she is and her personality, but her primary love language is gifts, she's not going to feel it. I can find out what my love language is by how I'm treating my spouse, my significant other. Because we have a tendency to live out our love language and force it on our significant other. Now, here's the key. Once you figure it out, it's critical, guys. Closing thoughts. Don't go any longer without trying to meet your spouse, your significant other's love language. Don't put them through that heartache, through that struggle. It's not worth it. It's really not. You will eventually fall into a death relationship of heartache and discouragement. It's a 100% guarantee. And I don't wish that on anybody. I wouldn't wish heartache and sorrow on the person that I like the least in this world. So please, once you figure it out, start doing it. Start living out that relationship and do it, especially if you're married. And if you're not married and you are just not in a place in your life where either that person is not willing to fulfill your love language or you're not willing to fulfill their love language, then move on. Do not even consider marriage. You're just wasting your time, your energy, your resources, your emotions, and ultimately, it's not going to work. Very rarely do relationships work if the person is not fulfilling the love language. So just move on. And again, I wish everybody the best from my heart. I always love it when people share their comments and thoughts in the chat. I try to respond the best I can, so feel free to jump in and share what you want. And if you gained any type of insight or were blessed by the video, please subscribe. I'm going to be pumping out tons of videos over the next weeks and months ahead. And I appreciate you.